why then you haven't a WWE heavyweight championships?
You know, that's one of the one questions that everyone asks me, and like, I don't know. It's like they have this thing they always say, reach for the brass ring, and I felt like I reached for it and grabbed it so many times that, you know, maybe there isn't a brass ring for everyone. My last couple of, well, I won't even say my last couple of years, but you know, it got to the point where like I don't know why, like things would be going great and then they just stop. Things would be going great again and then they just stop. I have a great match with the top guy and then it just stops. So I really don't have an answer for that. It's like everyone's asking me and I'm like, I really can't answer it. Obviously I've heard one of the running things is, oh, well, he doesn't talk a lot, or he doesn't do good promos. And, you know, at the beginning of my career, I 100% agree. My promos suck. I mean, there's some stuff I watch of myself, even I don't want to listen to. But at the same time, I apply myself, and I think I've gotten better. You know, I'm not John Cena by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm not as bad as I was, say, in 2004, 2005. But I guess they just don't want to allow me to show that. They say, you know, no charisma. I'm like, well, you know, my style of charisma is like I go with what I'm given. For some reason, when I was doing the Mama's Boy thing, you know, I was just playing what I was playing, and for some reason that was working. You know, everyone, you know, I felt like that I got that over. But if you want me to be a kick-ass heel, you know, mean guy with a chip on my shoulder, well, I can't come down to the ring dancing and being happy. No, I got a problem with anything and everyone. And one of the best points in my career was actually my first tour of ECW, and I had the angle with Kofi, and that was the first time in my career where I felt like a real heel because it was a good story and things were being done the right way. I was a nuisance to them. I was an asshole. People wanted to see me get my ass kicked, and you know, they booed me, they listened to what I said, and you know, I was talking. It was like I was doing everything that I felt like as a heel I should have been doing, and it was working. And then it just stopped. You know, they put us on separate shows, and I went on to win a U.S. title, but didn't really do much with that run.
Maybe for the future.
Maybe, you know, like I said, I never say never. I like to put up front that while I have my question marks about why things didn't happen, I don't sit and cry about it. I mean, people ask me about it, so I have to address it, but this isn't something I take home with me. I had a great time in WWE. I made a lot of good friends. I made a lot of money, and you know, I became, you know, a worldwide, you know, personality.
Yes.
So I mean, there's just as many pros to my career as cons. I feel I had an extremely awesome career, and now that I'm away from WWE, it's just a different part of my career that I think everyone should go through. You know, because right now I'm learning things that I just never been exposed to. I went straight from college to WWE, so I've always been, you know, behind the ivory curtain. You know, I'm at a point at this phase of my career. It's all a learning experience, and I'm a very positive person when it comes to my career. So I look at everything as a positive, and I needed to be away from WWE because as long as I stay there, you know, I didn't want to be one of those guys who I'm just holding up a space to get other people, you know, over. You know, obviously that's part of the business, but when that becomes your job, that's not. I want to be a world champion now. You know, I want to be a star. And a lot of times that means taking a step back to go forward. Me leaving the WWE was a positive step back. So hopefully, if I ever go back there or whatever federation I make my home, you know, I can make that much more of an impact. I can be that much bigger of a star, and hopefully reach my ultimate goals of being world champion and, you know, remembered for years to come.